Well, it's 8 o'clock, and I suppose let's start this broadcast. So, there's no viewers yet, but I'll just do an introduction anyway. Hi, I'm Dave. I'm a denizen here in the in the titanium bunker, and this is kind of like an experiment, episode 0, if you will, of something I hope to call Dave Doodles. And this is just an art class of me doing a comic book page. Here we are in we're in the art department of the titanium bunker southeast wing. So let's show you what we're going to be doing tonight. So in the true history and the true tradition of finger scribble on back of napkins, this is my comic page. It's a 9-panel comic of a guy jumping out of an aircraft with a parachute, and there's close-up on his face, and then the parachute deploys, and we get a long shot here of the parachute being deployed, and we see there's the roadworks there. He falls into the roadworks, the parachute gets sucked in, and he's now suspended from his parachute with a puzzled-looking workman there. And it's based. Oh, look at in there. On a game with noughts and crosses. There are the sort of design components on each panel. So X 0 0, X 0 there 0 0 X. And there's an interesting story behind that. In that I subscribe to something called the Making Comics Daily Comics Challenge. And essentially every day you get an email with a series of challenges to make comics out of, and this was one of them. And it's a great idea. I like this idea because actually I thought of it and pitched it to makingcomics.com, and they used it. So less talky, more making some comics. I've set aside an hour to try and get this penciled out nicely, and I've already made a start just by roughing out a very rough 9x9 grid. I want to try and keep this bit a bit loose to look like a tic-tac-toe game. So I'm going to probably be going a little bit cartoony with this because it's going to be quicker than me trying to be sort of realistic and such. So using a sheet of A4 paper, this is my old trusty companion. It's a Rotring drawing board. I've had it for 25 plus years, and I'm just using as a pencil just the old faithful penning pencil. So let's get started. There's no one here, but that's okay. I'm still doing it anyway. If anyone wants to join in, the chat's there, and so if anyone's got any questions, they can just fire away. I'm just going to talk and draw and maybe drink. So let's get started and read this. It's useful. Oh, hello. I think I have a message on my phone, surprisingly. It's from my brother. Just a second. Right. Let's get the. Let's start doodling some shapes. A little drink. Oh, man. Sorry about this, everyone. Sorry, non-existent viewers and listeners. I'm getting texted at the same time as I'm trying to draw. It's a constant problem for our interconnected age. So it's really hard actually coming up with a decent layout for this first panel. I want that X. I want him to fall spread eagled. But I haven't really got myself a lot of room. Stand here for now. All right, let's go there. Okay, let's start with the plane. At least then we can get some idea of a sense of scale. So we've got a plane. I'm just going to quickly take some lines like this so I can. No, I don't like that. Excuse me, guys. Hello. Hiya. Yeah, right now. I'm actually broadcasting right now. Let me see if I can't send you the link. Here we go. There we go. Did you get something there? All right. Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's see. I don't know. I suspect I'm probably going to have to cut a lot of this stuff. Hi to my one viewer who's just turned up somehow. Oh, no viewers. Okay. Well, I had viewers. I had viewers at one point. I don't know. All right. So I've got a viewer, which is brilliant. So yeah, those of us who just turned up late, I'm looking at this page of comics. It's a 9-panel page. It's a 3x3 grid. This is the rough drawing that I put together to describe it. So, guy jumps out of a plane. We cut to a close-up of the guy with the wind whistling through his hair. Deploys his parachute. We cut to a long shot of him safe with his parachute. We cut to a crossroads where a road works with the manhole cover open, the feet of the parachute guy falls through the manhole, and then the parachute then falls into the manhole after him, and then he's suspended by his parachute inside the sewer. Now, this seems like a strange story until you realise that the layout for this is based on a game of noughts and crosses. So XOO, XOO, and this is something that's sent through from the makingcomics.com daily comics challenge. So I signed up for this thing, and basically every day I get so every day I get an email with a challenge for something to do, and this is one of them. It's quite a good idea, and I say that with some pride because it's one of my ideas. So yeah, we just started roughing out this first panel. I kind of want to get this sense of depth. You know, the plane is this tiny little thing, and this guy's falling towards the camera. So I want to get some idea of depth in there. So I should probably put some clouds in as well. So let's do this. Let's get this arm in. That's nice. I quite like that. Let's get the sleeve in. I'm not going to draw the helmet on. I'm going Point Break styly. I could use some glasses. Something in like that. So go with that for harness design. Hands are massive. Those hands are really quite big. So I'll come back and get onto that page later on. Let's get this next panel started at least. So I think we can have more fun with this panel. So if anyone's watching, you can ask questions on the chat. I believe you can send a chat message through this as well. That's just I think. So you can send me questions if you've got questions. And you know what? It's okay if you haven't gone. It's all good. keeping this bit deliberately sort of blank. I don't really want to get into the hassle of drawing some eyes. This is not peek behind the curtain. I've got a tripod in a quite uncomfortable position, so my drawing position is not the most natural drawing position. So, but essentially, this episode 0 of Dave Doodles is essentially just proof of concept to see that can we do this thing? Is it worth doing? Okay, so I'm going to break out kind of a cool art tool now that I haven't used for a long time. Oh, it's really old. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm going to break out the old. Oh man, I had no idea that the needed erasers could go brittle. So I'm going to have to get myself a new needed eraser now. Oh well. So I've got a needable eraser here, but it's been out so long that it barely works anymore, which is a shame. So I love these things, but oh well, scratch that plan. Okay. Alright. It's not looking too bad so far. I just really want to get these forms down. I just really want to sort of get the idea down in something a little bit more substantial. Alright. Okay. So yeah, this is a parachute. And what I'm going to try and do for this layout, I think, is I'm going to have the parachute overlap the border for this panel. I quite like that. It's quite a nice effect when it's done nicely. And I'm going to probably treat all these as individual panels. So the borders, the gutters between them will be sort of uneven. Because I'm actually working in quite a relatively small area for the size number of panels that I'm doing. I mean, sometimes I'll probably do 3 or 4 panels, but I wouldn't do more than that. Yeah, so let's just quickly put him in. So, excuse me a second, everybody. I think I have a question. Let's see what it's saying. I'm getting no questions off anybody. So I'm not getting any questions off anybody at the moment. That's okay, because I've only got one viewer, no viewers. It keeps alternating between some and none. Right. So that's my parachute. Okay. So what we're doing next again? Okay. Okay, I'm not getting any questions off your mic, if that's you watching. Um, oh, I've got 2 viewers now. Hi, viewers. They've just turned up. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so this panel, I'm literally just doing a stick man, and that's all it is. It's just a stick, literally a stick man. I'm not doing anything special, but I'm trying to get this X formation in, sort of these strong diagonals, so that this looks a bit more dynamic than that. So let's get this. Get this goggles in. Okay, so I'm just going to put this band in here and just connect that up across and down. Okay. So this is like the 3rd or 4th time I've tried drawing this strip. It's kind of the layout makes it very hard. I mean, you've got 9 panels. That's a lot to draw, and also because you've got limited screen, you've got limited page size. It means that your boxes, your panels become a lot smaller. And this has a knock-on effect if you're trying to rough out something. So it makes you wonder how like Dave Gibbons must have done like Watchmen, because you know the whole swathes of Watchmen that is sort of 9-panel pages, and Uh, quite happy with that panel. Reasonably happy with that panel. Right. Okay, I'm just going to hint at some countryside. Just kind of hint at some like trees, yeah, sort of hedge line, country lane sort of thing. Kind of want to have probably some, yeah. Well, that's it. We'll do it there. And you put a happy little house in the background there. This is very like Bob Ross. Just put a happy little, yeah. Actually, we'll put a happy little bush right there. Um, if anyone's interested about the music, which is playing in the background, it's something called. It is called New Midnight Cassette. It's an open source. Well, it's public domain mixtape. So basically, some guy in America has made essentially backing tracks that last hours on end on a given genre, and this is hip hop or something. Public domain, and it's nice to have some background music because if I'm not speaking, then it's going to be very quiet. So yeah, so I'm quite liking that. It's not too bad. Kind of shows my my prevalence for digital technology. I keep wanting to zoom in by doing that. You know. Um, let's put a barrier there and a couple of cones either side. That's going to be useful for us when we come and do the close up of the manhole cover because we can put. We can hint at the post here, and then we can pull back the view slightly so we can actually see the barrier and the cones in this shot. Sorry, in this shot, yeah, in this frame. So just hinting the post there. Okay. Okay. So, kind of really want this sort of look as much as gathered as possible. Like the whole parachute has been sucked into the manhole. We can keep. Just need to keep that roughly level. Well, I can't do that actually because the panels aren't the same size. Well, that was an artistic. That was an art direction decision that I've realised was a problem, but that's okay. So I'll just put some extra on there. I've had a funny idea, so I'm just going to take that off. Just drape. Drape my parachute over the street cone, which means in this next shot I can do this. Swap these construction lines out to this. Excuse me. So let's get back to this panel now. Now I've decided that I want to drape the parachute a little bit over there. It's causing a little bit of a problem because I want this to look like it's draping, not like it's like silly putty. Uh, it's not too bad. Um, yeah, I'm gonna take that up there. Take a, so we've got a stripe down the side, the side of the jumpsuit, which we've got here. We'll take some lines up from here. This is going to be, so this is our guy hanging down. This is parachute hanging off his back, head, 2 arms, a couple of legs. This is going to be the head of the workman. I'm probably going to have to give him a hard hat and a little lamp on there, sort of really sort of sell the fact he's underground. And this panel will be a lot of shading because it's underground. So So I'm going to have him take his goggles off, lift his goggles up, because we haven't seen his eyes all page. And I think this last page is going on to look a bit sheepish at the surprised-looking construction guy. That's going to be a bit tricky if you can't see his eyes. It works well for this shot because you do want some kind of protection if you're flying out of an aircraft at God knows what speed. But I mean, yeah. Okay, so I've got his hand here. And a kind of apologetic shrug, like, oh, I'm sorry. So it's just, I'm just going to, there's his thumb, there's his arm, upper arm, lower arm. Just do that, just roughly some fingers. That'll do. This is, so if you, in case you don't know, this is probably the fourth attempt I've had to draw this particular page. Yeah, a lot of people drawings just happen spontaneously, but often they don't. And you know, I think a lot of times you will find that a lot of artists will have, for every good drawing they've done, there's probably a stack that you don't see. You know, they've been drawn and thrown, torn up and thrown away. You know, I've got sketchbooks. You know, it's a sketchbook. It's a sketchbook. What's in the sketchbook? This sketchbook has got, well, really badly drawn geese and, yeah. These aren't particularly great drawings. Not a bad drawing though. But we keep them, and we tend to sort of, yeah. I mean, I've got tons of preparatory sketches that I've done for Who on Who that people just don't see. You don't see it. People see the artwork at the start of the month, and yeah, brilliant. But people don't see the sketches, the doodles, the ideas that, yeah, it's that, you know. But I think this is not a bad sort of half decent first crack at a sort of getting a decent overview of the story. I mean, it's very. Sometimes it's. I think it's tempting. I think sometimes it's tempting when you're doing a page. Just go, great drawing, great drawing, great drawing, great drawing, great drawing. We'll try to do that. And if this drawing is terrible, you sort of keep rubbing out and going back to this drawing. At the meantime, this rest of this page just isn't getting done. Whereas I think this time my approach is slightly different. I kind of want to sort of get the page out, good or bad, and then tighten up individual panels where there's problems. See, I quite like this drawing. I think this is a stronger panel than this drawing. So once I've finished this, I'll probably will go back, tidy up this panel, find out what's going wrong with it, and just generally sort of fix it up, spruce it up, make proportions a bit more interesting, make sure that they work properly. And then I'll definitely go back and look at this panel, because look at the arms, massive arms. This panel works okay. The rest of these panels are okay. This panel's a bit of a weird one because it's one of those ones where essentially you need a close-up, you need to see the legs going into the hole, but it becomes so close maybe that doesn't work. So I might rub that out and just have, I don't know, an upper body. So yeah, I might have to changing that panel entirely to something like something like that. Yeah, I think that kind of works a little bit better. But I mean, like I say, right now the onus is let's get the page roughed out. I can go back and just take an eraser to this panel if I want to, take an eraser to this panel if I want to. But the main thing is the page is done, or it is that's done at that stage, you know, as opposed to continue just refining one panel. We're treating the page as a whole. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Let's get back to putting this workman in. Kind of want to give him a cigar. I know smoking's not fashionable these days. He's working on the ground. There might be explosive gases, so maybe I shouldn't give him a cigar. But I will sort of try and make him sort of big. And I think I will give him a pickaxe. It's quite a nice little composition element there, which means I could have him looking around, which means his hat goes somewhere here, which means his light goes there, which means he gets lit. So that's kind of nice. Let's refine this section. It's looking halfway decent. Looks like we've outplayed Mania Cop. I'm also going to hint of some lighting because I really want to sort of try and sell this sort of being in dark with a on-screen light, on panel light source. So doing that. Okay. All right. What we'll do for that, I think. Right, just going to get a ruler, just briefly. And I'm just going to quickly just okay. So basically, anything in that cone is going to be at its lightest value. So I just basically from the here on, I'm just going nuts. So anything here is going to be black. So I'm going to okay. So it's getting close now. Problem is, I'm working with black and black really. So I need to leave myself a little bit of white here. See a tiny bit of white. Over the message. Alright, well, I think one of my viewers is going to go. So thanks for turning up, Mike. And we'll have to try and work out what's going on with that. Maybe if you post a hangout on it, I can sort of. I can respond to that. Yeah, so it's 5-2. So there's only about 5 minutes left on this. So I'm just going to quickly finish shaving this panel in because. All right. Okay. So it's 5-2. I'm not sure how much more work we can get done on this, but I'm going to put in this shadow here. When I finish this, what I'll probably end up doing is essentially making an overlay, which will have the gutters on there. So yeah, the gutters look very uneven, but I kind of want it to look uneven. I kind of want it to look like a crude attempt at a grid at a tic-tac-toe game. So I'm just gonna lay a few bits of shading down here in the road. Alright. Well, I think that's just under an hour we've been drawing, 3 minutes. So this has been episode 0 of Dave Doodles. Next time will be better whenever we get around to doing that. We've still got some technical issues we're going to iron out with this, and so next time is always going to be better. Next time I'll be doodling next time I'll be doodling the front cover, the artwork for This Month's One Who, which will be the Space Museum. So that's going to be happening on well, Monday, if I can get everything in place again to do this. So I want to take a second to just thank you all thank both of you for turning up and watching. What I'm probably going to do after you guys have finished, or at some point, is I'll probably go through and redraw that panel, then that panel, and that panel. And then I'll scan it in, and it will end up probably on my DeviantArt page. Yeah. So, again, thank you ever so much for taking the time out of your busy days to come and watch me here in the bunker. Hope to see you again next time. Take care now. All right. Goodbye.